Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
This is the Burrows. We are so excited to be here tonight again for our Let's Talk Relationship Forum. We have some good topics and questions to discuss tonight. And after we're done, we will open up so that if anyone has anything they want to talk about concerning relationships, dating, marriage, all of that, feel free to interact with us. And we always put this disclaimer out. We don't claim to know everything about relationships, but with the knowledge that God has given us and the wisdom and the practical experience and the things that we've been through, we know that we can help you. So we just going to get started.
Amen. What's the first question?
First question is, my ex and I have been divorced for years. It seems lately he has been calling much more often. He told me the other night that he would like for us to try again. We didn't divorce because of infidelity. We were both young and we let our disagreements get the best of us. My dilemma is my family. They do not like him at all. Should I let that stop us? I still love him.
Well, really, the relationship is between you two, and your family. Maybe they don't like him now, and maybe if y'all got together and proved that he was, was someone that they didn't think he was, and it would probably work out. But the decision is you two. You two make this final choice. So it's up to you. I would pray about everything. I wouldn't leave God out of nothing.
That's right. And I would encourage the lady here that when you and him get back together, to not to share any of your disagreements or anything that you may have going on with your family, because a lot of times that's what happens. If when we're going through something, we share it with our family, and our family loves us so much they start hating the other person because that person may have hurt us. So I encourage you two get back together, stand together as a united front, and like my husband said, present him to your family again and let them see maybe the change that he has made. But it's between you two.
That's a deep question. We don't know all the ins and outs, so we can only answer what's here. And you two know what's going on, and if it's anything that you don't need to be with, again,
Yeah.
that's something that you need to take up between you two and find out before you even venture that way.
Right. Because she had said they were both young and they let disagreements get the best of them. So if you decide, y'all pray about it, if you decide to get back together, you know, sit down and talk about ways that you can get over those humps that you had before and the ways that you may have matured now, and make sure all of that is gone. Because if not, it's going to come back up again. Yeah.
It will come back up.
Okay. So the second question is, I have been told the way you get over one man is to find another man. Well, I have been switching from relationship to relationship and I have not healed yet. I am bringing baggage from old relationships to the new one. I need to heal. And she said, can somebody help me?
The key word in there, you need to heal. That would be the key word in that whole question.
Mhm.
Right? Take time for yourself. Get time for you to heal from anything, so you don't feel like you just got to have somebody in your life. Because those are not relationships. You take that time and heal so you can find out about you. You can find out why. But because you're jumping from one relationship to another, you're not even giving yourself the time to breathe.
Right.
So
Right.
it's important that you find that peace and that quiet time with you.
Yes. Yes. Because that's what's told to a lot of people that's getting out of one relationship. That's what's being told, that the way to get over one man is to go to another man, or vice versa, a woman. The way for a man to get over another woman is to go to another woman, but that only leaves you hurt. So the first thing to say to you is stop dating, get out of that relationship. Like my husband said, find yourself, get with God, get healed, because he's the only one that can heal you, not other people. And so many times we try to put other people in the place of God. And like we were saying before, it's just like a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
You know, you just put it up there for a little while, rip it off. Sometimes we have not healed, and that's how it is in life. We get into relationship after relationship, and we taking, like you said, you're taking that baggage from one relationship to the other, that old baggage that you're carrying around. You know, so stop dating, get out of these relationships, because you know now that it's not helping you. It's only putting you more in a hole. So stop, seek God, let God heal you. And when God is ready, he will present you out there. But right now, you're not ready. Another man is not the answer.
You're using another person to try to fill a void, and that's not going to happen. If you're going to see it from all the many times as you say in this question, from one to another, you're going to see that that's not working.
It's not. And they call it a rebound.
Yeah.
And rebounds never work out. You're in a rebound relationship, you finish with this man, and you go to this next man just to try to get over that hurt. Yeah. And that's a rebound. And what you're doing is you hurt the person, because suppose they really into you, and you're just using them to get over another person. And then when that don't work, then you go to another person, and you take your hurt self from person to person to person, still hurt, needing to seek God. And that's the answer to every question. You need to seek God and let God heal you everywhere you hurt. Yeah. And then right now, don't even be worrying about trying to get into a relationship. This is your time now to find out about yourself, find your likes, your dislikes, and all that. Because when you're in a relationship, sometimes we do forget about ourselves, and we come out of that relationship and we're lost. But you need to spend time with yourself. Yeah. Find out about you, what you like, what you don't like, and all that. Yeah. And seek God.
A rediscovery of yourself.
Exactly. Exactly.
Rediscovery, because it works. You know, you take time, you find something about yourself that you didn't know.
Right, right. And a lot of times in relationships, like I said, we do lose ourselves to the other person, and we identify ourselves with the other person. We forget about all the gifts and talents and everything that God has put in us, but we're giving ourselves to that person, and we used to being with somebody. And that's why after we get our relationship, it's so hard to be by yourself, because you're just used to being with somebody. But that is the time God wants you to say, to give your all to him and let him lead you and let him guide you. So another person is not the answer. And I know your girlfriends will try to tell you that, because back in the day, they told me that the way to get over this man, you hurt over him, get you another man. He'll help you to get over this one. And you'll find yourself with a long list of men behind you, where you done been with all these men and you still hurt. And now you're feeling ashamed. Feel like you're not worth anything, you're feeling guilty and all that. But if you just take the time and stop and say, God, I surrender myself to you. I'm not doing this anymore. And be by yourself, and don't let anybody talk you out of, girl, you know you need to do this, and you know you need to do that. I know how girlfriends are. And do this, you need to do that, and this person, I introduce you to this person, that person, say, no, I'm not ready for that right now. I just come out of a relationship. I don't need to be getting into another relationship. Don't let that peer pressure get you, because peer pressure can get you at 40 and 50 years old. It's not just for young kids and teenagers. You can get peer pressure when you're an adult. You're trying to do what everybody else is doing. But God is saying, no, I don't want you to do what everybody else is doing. I want you to do what I call you to do. I want you to be who I call you to be. So you have to heal.
Yeah, it gives you a chance to find you. You wake up one morning and say, wow, I didn't know I like that, or I didn't know I was like that. Mm-hmm. You find a whole lot about yourself.
Yes.
Don't be in a hurry.
No.
Heal. You will see who you really are when you get a chance to heal.
Yeah. And don't be such in a rush to get back out there. You got to rediscover yourself. Like you said, you've been in a relationship, so it takes a whole lot out of you to work in a relationship. And once you get out of that relationship, you don't have no energy and no strength to be rushing trying to get into something else. Heal from that. Healing is so important, because if you're not healed and you go out there, you're going to make all kind of mistakes. You're going to pick the wrong people. You're going to do all kind of things that you never thought you would do, because you are not healed.
You continue that cycle.
You will.
Over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Because you ain't have to push that stop button. Let me stop. Let me get off this roller coaster here.
Right.
Let me go find me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, another person is not the answer. Mm-hmm. And that's what we have to realize. Another person is not going to heal you. God is the only one that can heal you everywhere you hurt. It's not the answer. So heal first. Seek God, get healed, and then let God push you out there to where you need to be. Not you pushing yourself, not you trying to set up a plan for yourself. Because we've been there. We've done all the wrong things. That's why we can talk about it now. Yeah. We've done things, but we learned from it. Yeah. So we're telling you so that you can learn from it.
So you can learn and don't have to go through it.
Right. Yeah. Right.
That's a major thing right there. If you don't have to go through it, don't. But it's important you take that time and heal. And you had the key word was in your statement. Yeah. Key word, heal. Yeah. Take time to heal.
Yep, I need help. Yeah. Somebody please help me. Mm-hmm. And you ask somebody to help you. And during this time, you don't need to be with anybody that's going to give you worldly counsel. You need to be with people that's going to give you godly counsel. That's right. Yes. Ask God to send you another woman of God that can help you through this. Another sister, a sister in Christ that may be going, she's single too. So you two can go through this together. It's good to be accountable, to have somebody that's accountable that you can call up and let them know, I'm really feeling weak today, and they can pray for you. You can pray for them. We all need somebody. We can't live this life by ourselves, because I'm telling you, when you by yourself, that's when the enemy comes and he throws everything at you. He'll have you doing all kinds of things you don't want to do. Right. You don't want to do, but if you have somebody with you, somebody that you can call and just going to give you the word of God, you're in the right place. Amen. And you're on your way to healing. They can pray for you and move you forward. Amen. Amen. So the third one is, how do I get my husband to talk to me? He talks more with his friends and family than he does with me. He's more open with them.
That's a good question. Mm-hmm. How did you get him to talk to you? Well, first you got to find out what are you talking about. A lot of times you may not have the same interest conversation-wise, and then that presents a problem too. So take the time, study your husband, study what he likes to talk about, and then go ahead and research if you have to. Or spend time, like if he likes sports, go back and watch the game with him. Learn the keys of watching the game with him.
What's the key?
The keys are: do not ask the questions while the game is going on. Wait till a commercial, then ask the question. Yes. Then you come back and say, okay, I saw that. Okay, I saw that again. Mm-hmm. Then you will know. But that's how you learn, especially for a beginner. You learn. Wait till commercial time, and then ask them the questions. And then after the game, it's like you'll have something to talk about.
That's right.
The same thing in life, hobbies, anything like that he likes to do. Learn, watch him, listen to what he's talking about. Go out on a trip with him and see. Mm-hmm. And then if you have interest that you want him to talk about, he has to do the same thing. Right. But you want him to talk to you. So yeah, just learn each other. Yeah. Learn each other. Learn what each other like. What you like to talk about, what your interest is. Mm-hmm. And then just gravitate to that. Gravitate because you want to be a part of the world.
That's right. That's right. And like you said, you have to study your husband and find out what he really, really likes. Mm-hmm. And all you have to do is be around him, like we said, come into his world, find out what he's really, really interested in. And if he's talking with his friends and his family, he's just laughing and having a good time, then there's some work that you have to do, because if he can't laugh with you, if he can't talk about nothing with you but what the bills and what the children did and all that, that's an issue. Yeah, because you want to be able to talk with each other. You want to be able to laugh with each other. You know, we're supposed to be each other's best friend. We're with each other all the time, so we should be able to talk. There should never be a time when I get on the phone and I'm laughing so hard with my family and friends, and then when I get off the phone, Bernie and I can't even talk because we don't have nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
So you have to study each other. You got to be interested in what each other is interested in. You really do, and listen to what he's saying, because I know a lot, as a woman, a lot of women, I was talking about that day, how most women are bossy. And if every time he tells you something, you got something to say negative, every time he brings up what he want to do or whatever, you always got something to say that is not building him up. You know, start building your husband up. You know, you'll see him wanting to start talking to you because you're talking nice and sweet to him. He don't want to be around you.
Yeah.
But that's how it was before we got married. That's what made us fall in love with each other, because we were treating each other nice. We had our best foot forward. We knew just what to say. But then when we get married, we feel like we can't even be nice to each other anymore. So look at how you're treating him. Are you nice to him? When he comes to you with a situation, or he comes to you with an issue or a plan or whatever, do you knock down everything he said? He can't talk to you. You know, maybe that may be the issue. So watch what energy that you're putting out, because if you're putting out negative energy, nobody's going to want to be around you. But if you're positive and you're loving, you know, he's going to love to be around you. And if you're open to suggestions, you know, don't knock down everything he says. You know, why don't we go this and that? I don't want to go.
Okay.
You know, that's why he don't talk to you.
That would be it, right there.
Yeah, that's why he's always inviting his friends and inviting his friends and family to go places, because you don't ever want to do anything. You're closed mind about everything. You can't do that when you're married with a team. You care about me, I care about you. We have to have each other's interests at heart. A lot of times, you know, I don't really care for sports that much, but Bernie talks to me about sports half the time. I don't know what he's talking about, but I listen. I might ask a question or two, but I have to show that I'm interested in. He's not going to want to talk to me. He would rather talk to his friends because he feel like they know they're more interested in it. So you have to act like you're interested. You know, at first you may not be interested, but act like you're interested. And if you act like you're interested, it'll follow, your mind will follow behind. Then it will become a reality.
Trust me, like we know when you're interested. We know.
Yeah, but you gotta take that first foot forward.
Yeah,
you know, at first act like it, but then it'll come a reality.
We know when you are serious about it, and we know when you just doing it just for small talk. We know.
Yeah, and I know women, we love to talk. We love to talk.
Yes.
And some women, I guess it's some women that really don't talk that much. You ever met any?
No.
That really don't.
No, I haven't. No.
But this lady wants her husband to talk more to her. And a lot of men have to come out of their world too, to be able to talk and communicate with your wife. Because women, we love to talk and we're very detailed, as y'all can see. We love to talk.
It would be like meeting each other halfway. Right?
Yeah, meeting each other halfway. Mm-hmm.
Because you have to. I mean, in a relationship, you have to give your part, the other person give their part. I mean, right. You meet each other halfway. Every just there's nothing that can't be worked out.
Right.
So even in this is a communication thing. So that would mean that we sit down and talk about this, and then that we venture into each other's work.
Right.
Like you were saying earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's important. I mean, you're a couple, your husband and wife. It's important for you to get into each other's work.
It is, because you're together all the time.
All the time.
And I know there's probably some things that you really don't care about that I do, but you do it because you want to spend time with me.
Yep.
And we have to get to that point in our marriage. We can't be selfish. We can't think it's all about us, because we have another person there with us. And we got to think about our husband's interests as well as ourselves. Me speaking from a wife, it's not all about me. And women, it's not all about you. You got to think about your husband. A lot of times, he may not say nothing about what he's thinking or what's going on with him, because men are not like women. We voice everything. So if we having an issue with our husband, we're going to let him know. A lot of times, husband not going to say nothing. He's just going to keep it in. Then we'll realize that he really not talking. Then he stopped coming home from work. You know, so you definitely have to be aware. And you definitely have to pray and ask God to help you to minister to your husband in a way that he needs to be ministered to, and to meet his needs because every husband is different.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
Every husband is different, and you do have to know your husband.
Right.
You know, it's important like to take the time. Communication should not be just about the bills and the children, because if that's all it is, then no, you're not gonna get much of a answer to that situation. And that's it.
It's
You're
like
not,
a roommate
yeah,
situation.
you're not gonna get a conversation. You just don't get a 3-word answer to this and that, because that's not a conversational builder. Okay, true, it is important to talk about those things, but you have to find a place, the time and a place to do those things.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be about every time we come home. This is it, about the bills, the children. And they'd be like, well, okay. Then after that's resolved, then what? You don't have nothing else to talk about.
Right. And you
So
need to have something
yeah,
to talk
and you
about.
need to have something more than bills and children. If that's the case, I'm not just putting that out there. I know it's different cases,
Right.
you know, but just find common ground.
Mm-hmm.
Find common ground where you make it fun,
Right.
make it enjoyable to be around one another.
Mm-hmm.
Communicate with fun, with laughter.
Laughter is good for
don't
you.
get up there like it just, don't be hardcore. You know, because that's a good way for to put space in this when you see all that space coming in there, all that space moving, because you don't know how to talk. You don't know how to talk.
Communication is very important in a relationship. And the thing about it is, when we were dating, we did everything that we could to communicate. We were talking on the phone. I know a lot of men don't really like to talk on the phone, but they do it because they want to win you over.
Yeah.
And then after, so he can communicate, that. But the thing is, now we women, we changed too. Before, we put on our best show too. We were so sweet. But now that we're married, we're not sweet anymore. We don't talk. We talk to the man any kind of way, say anything to him, disrespectful and all that. And respect, what is it? Respect is like one of the top needs of a man. He wants to be respected. And if you're not respecting him, of course, he's not going to want to talk to you.
Right.
He's not going to want to talk to you. He's going to consider you an enemy.
That's right.
But we have to come together as one and talk and laugh. Bernie, we have our shows and we just laugh. And we have our times when we ride in the car and we just laugh. We keep it fun. We keep it exciting. We keep it spiced up. And you have to do that, because marriage can get routine, doing the same thing every day. So you gotta ask God, show me some ways to throw some twist in there, to get it back to where it's supposed to be. Don't let it get routine, because it can get routine real fast. We're doing the same thing every day. We're in a rat race of life. We're doing it. But you gotta be.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
Tell you that much. It's not fun if you get into that situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's quickly a dead end.
Right. Right.
Like my wife was saying, spice it up.
Mm-hmm.
Find a common interest, or find some interests.
Right.
Talk, watch the game. If you come in and just watch the game without saying anything, that's a start. And also, like they'll notice that you're there.
Yeah.
Did you see that play?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that? And you go, what? Okay. They go, okay. Well, you didn't see it. And then the next time you see it again, okay, yeah, I saw that before.
Yeah.
I know. Okay. But the key to a lot of things in the game is listening to what the announcers say.
Mm-hmm.
And then you will know what happened.
Oh.
And that way you won't have to always interrupt. Why he do that?
Right when the good play get ready to come.
Wait, okay, can we hold up after the play? Now those are good times to ask a small question. It's right when the play is over with.
Small question,
because the players getting ready to come back within like 30 seconds. Like next players get ready to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So you only have about a window of like 12 seconds to ask the
question.
Mm. Because you don't want to lose where you are in the game.
Right.
Right. It could come to anything. Basketball is quick, so it's running up and down the court. So
yeah.
But just in general, just take time to get to know one another.
We have to.
Mm-hmm.
And have fun. We know every day ain't gonna be fun, but do the best you can to enjoy each other every day.
Every day.
Do the best you can to laugh with each other every day, smile with each other. When you come in through the door, come in smiling, excited to see each other. And you have to, make that man want to talk to you, make that man want to be around you, because you're giving off so much, that God is so big in you that you're giving off all that love is generating from you. He can't help but be drawn to you. Yeah, sit down and talk. When you talk, don't fuss about it. Like, honey, I want to be that person that you can laugh with. I want to be that person that you can talk to. Tell me what I need to do.
See, that's laying on the table right there. I want to be a person. That way you can open up a whole conversation, right?
Yeah, you can.
That right there will open up what okay, then you'll start it right there.
Right.
Or by just saying that state.
And then when he tells you truthfully, why he's not talking to you or laughing with you and all that, accept it. Don't get on the defense, but accept it and say, I will change.
Yeah, there you go.
I will change.
That's all.
And that's what you need to do, and be willing to change.
And men don't need a whole paragraph. Yes, you willing to change. There you go.
Show me.
That's it. That's
show me.
Boom. That's it. Don't need it. Well, and blase. No, we don't need all that. Just go ahead and say, I will to change. Show me what I must do. That's it.
Show me what to do.
That right there to open up a whole conversation.
Yeah, that's a good conversation.
Then he'll start talking. You won't even have to talk. He'll start talking.
But I guarantee she's gonna talk.
I know that one. That's why I said you don't have to. You don't have to, but women gonna be women.
Yeah, God made us different. We have to celebrate each other's differences. We really do. So that was our 3 topics of discussion for tonight, and we're so thankful that God allowed us to be able to sit and talk about it, and we pray that it helps someone. And if we have anybody here that would have any topics that they want to discuss, any questions, you can now.